If you've been hiding your pigmentation under layers and layers of makeup, you're avoiding photographs or trying every single home remedy out there, peel, laser, bleaches, only to have drained a lot of your money and you're getting very short-term relief, then you really need to watch this. Here's the truth. Those are just surface fixtures. It's like repainting a damp wall. The stains will fade for a while, yes, but they will always come back because the real issue lies a lot deeper. It's not on the surface. Also, different pigmentations need different care, and experimenting random fixes only will make things a lot more worse. So in this video, I'm sharing 7 powerful science-backed and Ayurvedic solutions that heal pigmentation from the inside and the outside. I actually call these the pigmentation insurance. If you already have it, these solutions will fade it, and if you don't, they'll help make sure you never ever get them. Hi and welcome to Curiosity with me, Daisy. Let's first understand what pigmentation really is. Your skin gets its color from this pigment called melanin made by the cells called melanocytes. When these cells start making too much of melanin only in certain spots and areas, you get dark patches and uneven tone. That's hyperpigmentation. Now, one of the most common reasons for this is sun exposure. But here's the truth. Sunlight isn't your enemy. It's your healer when it is used correctly. The UV rays from the sun trigger melanin as a protective shield. It's its protective mechanism. But sunlight is also very essential for vitamin D, melatonin, which is your sleep hormone, and your immune and hormonal balance. So the sun isn't the problem. Overdoing it at the wrong time is. Now the safe sunlight window is before 9 AM or after 4 PM, but this timing will of course differ as per different geographical locations. So ideally 10 to 15 minutes a day on your arms, legs, face without any sunscreen is really healthy. You can cover your face if your pigmentation is really severe. But early morning and evening sunlight is very therapeutic. The trouble starts with that midday exposure, 9 AM to 4 PM, when the sun is really harsh and it triggers excess melanin.
But I do field work and my work is in the afternoon sun.
Then just cover up with some light clothing or a scarf instead of slathering on so much of chemical sunscreens.
No sunscreens?
Yes. Because some sunscreens and even hair colors or harsh skincare can cause Ray's melanosis. It's a chemical-induced pigmentation that worsens what you're actually trying to fix in the first place. Now, chemicals in most of these products strip away skin layers, makes it a lot more sensitive to the sun, and it deepens pigmentation over a period of time, making it irreversible. Try this instead. Just give your skin a chemical fast for 4 months, very short period. Stop commercial products, avoid these harsh bleaches, cosmetics, skincare, and just let your skin and body breathe. Use and practice all the natural Ayurvedic methods that I've shared in this video and take before and after pictures and you'll see the difference yourself. And yes, on those very rare days when you have to be under the afternoon sun for hours together, use 100% mineral-based sunscreen. But don't make it a daily habit because sunscreens can block your vitamin D synthesis, leading to vitamin D deficiency. You know, it's really sad that we've been made to fear the sun so much and buy vitamin D supplements simultaneously when the sun itself is like the best free source of vitamin D. I've personally never used a sunscreen in my entire life. I've spent enough time outdoors, I've shot outdoors, and I come from a family history of psoriasis, eczema and rosacea. I've never ever faced any of the popular claims that dermats or cosmetic brands are continuously scaring us about sun exposure. I've just been following these basic rules about sun exposure and practicing everything in this video for decades together.
Okay, maybe I can live without sunscreens, but I need products to wash and moisturize my face, no?
Then just use plain water or natural kitchen ingredients like uptan or rice flour. And if you have very dry skin, then mix them with glycerine and then wash it. And for moisturizers, almond, kumkumadi, vitamin E, castor oil, all are amazing for pigmented skin. And soon I'm going to be covering more amazing moisturizers. Okay, so the next is obviously vitamin C. We cannot address pigmentation without addressing vitamin C. Probably you've noticed this, that when you peel a potato, it turns brown, right? That's oxidation. But if you kind of squeeze a lemon on it or you keep it immersed in water, the browning stops. Why? Because lemon's vitamin C neutralizes oxidation and the water creates this barrier from the air, keeping it moist and protected. Your skin also works the same way. When you're well hydrated, water shields your skin from oxidative or environmental stress, which is sun, pollution, dust, heat, all that. And vitamin C in your diet or skincare stops oxidation and melanin overproduction at its very root.
Oh, So then I can use the vitamin C serums, no, that everybody is suggesting.
Actually, studies show that internal vitamin C works a lot better than topical application because it will prevent new pigment spots from forming in future, and you'll heal a lot faster after any suntan or skin damage because your skin becomes a lot more resilient from within. Now, that doesn't mean to say that vitamin C serums are bad. Vitamin C serums or lemon application on the skin can be very beneficial for pigmentation if it's a good quality high grade serum and you're mixing the lemon with soothing ingredients. I'm going to get to that in just a while. And when it comes to natural vitamin C, nothing beats amla. It's like one of the richest, most stable, most bioavailable sources, which is why Ayurveda calls it rasayana for the skin and rakta shodhaka, meaning a blood cleanser. Just juice one fresh amla every single morning and have it on an empty stomach. Why empty stomach? Because vitamin C absorbs best when the stomach is slightly acidic and it's empty. Add just a pinch of turmeric, pepper, ginger for added benefits. Avoid milk, coffee or tea right after having the amla because the calcium and tannin in these things, they will block the absorption. And for lemon, just keep it very simple. Squeeze it on all your meals, make salted nimbu pani as often as possible and have that instead of sugary drinks. And you'll just end up drinking a lot more water also this way. So more hydration. I've been having amla for decades now. I remember a time when I was so badly tanned in the snowy region called Sisu and I was wearing sunglasses, so my tan was in the shape of the sunglasses. So it was looking so ridiculous. I just got back and I applied something which I'm going to cover soon. But since I was taking amla, my skin was back to its normal color in literally 6 days. 6 days, and I'm not exaggerating. That's how resilient and tough your skin will become slowly with regular intake of vitamin C. So, hydration protects and vitamin C heals, and both together will build a skin that resists pigmentation naturally and effortlessly.
Yeah, I have been having amla actually, but my doctor says that my pigmentation is because of my hormonal issues.
Yeah, you're right. If you're pregnant or if you're on birth control pills or you're dealing with thyroid issues or you're under a lot of stress, all these trigger hormonal imbalances, and that's one of the biggest causes of pigmentation, especially melasma. Those butterfly-shaped patches across the cheeks? That's how it looks. And if your pigmentation is more around the sides of the face, the neck and the cheeks, that could be acanthosis pigmentation. Now, acanthosis is often linked to diabetes, insulin resistance, PCOD or obesity. Now, in that case, just see your doctor or your gynac and manage your weight issues. Now, I myself have shared my own food science-based weight loss video here. You can see that for effortless weight loss, I lost a lot of kilos in just a very short while. So what I'm saying is deal with your health issues on one side and simultaneously do this one amazing thing that is considered as Ramban or master cure that will reset your entire hormones and purify your blood and restores balance from the inside out for so many of the health issues. That's pranayama. I've seen my own family member heal psoriasis and eczema completely through pranayama. No medications, no lasers, just consistent breath work. If you can rebuild damaged, destroyed skin, pigmentation is very minor in comparison. I started practicing it after seeing those effects about 20 years ago. And it's been my free skin, hair and health insurance ever since. The only premium you will ever pay is 30 minutes of your time every single morning. Consistency is key.
But how can breathing be so effective?
Good question. Because it improves the blood flow and oxygen to your skin. It boosts detoxification. It balances your hormones and enhances collagen and healing. It literally resets your entire system from the inside out. And that's why the results also last a lot longer. And it's a lot more deeper.
Okay, but should I practice all of them?
No, only the best ones for pigmentation like Anulom Vilom, Brahmari, Shitali Shitkari and Kapalbhati. Now, do them only on an empty stomach, very important, every single morning. Start with 5 to 10 minutes of each. Kapalbhati may take some time. Just begin with 3 minutes and gradually build up your practice. There are plenty of videos online that you can refer to for the method of each one of these. Avoid Kapalbhati if you're pregnant, menstruating, or if you have high BP, ulcers or hernia. Avoid Shitali Shitkari if you're doing it in winter, or if you have asthma, cold or low BP. Just 5 minutes of Shitali Shitkari is enough for benefits. Just be consistent and pay your pranayama premiums every single day. Now the next one is truly amazing and it's one of my absolute favorites. Licorice, also known as Muleti or Yashti Madhu. Now, licorice contains this compound called as glabridin, which directly blocks your melanin production, making it one of the best, most natural brightening and anti-melasma herbs. Actually, most people out there are using it only in face packs, but you can take it internally too. Mix just 1 teaspoon of Muleti powder in warm water after your meals. Of course, give it a little bit of a gap, not back to back. And I personally boil Muleti with some jeera, saunf and ajwain. I strain it and sip the water throughout the day, not just for skin, but because it just keeps my digestion a lot light and my body cool. And I've been doing this like for over a decade. Okay, so before I show you the face pack, let's move on to the next game changer for pigmentation, moringa.
But how can moringa be a game changer? What is the connection between moringa and pigmentation?
I'm so glad you asked that. You know, your liver plays a huge role in your skin's brightness. When it's sluggish, toxins don't kind of clear out properly, and that dullness or pigmentation that you're seeing on your skin is sometimes your liver asking for help. That's where moringa becomes so powerful. It's a very powerful hepatoprotective herb, meaning it protects, rejuvenates and detoxifies your liver. Its antioxidants and polyphenols act like a shield for your liver cells, neutralizing all the toxins, alcohol and medicational stress. That is, if you've been taking a lot of antibiotics or other medications. So, moringa not only fades your existing pigmentation, but it also prevents the new spots from forming in future. It's also packed with beta carotene, vitamin C, calcium, potassium, iron, protein, omega fats and antioxidants. And oh my god, honestly, I don't think that there is a single organ in the body that moringa doesn't benefit. It's like this complete biological toolkit. So every day, have 1 heaped tablespoon of moringa powder between breakfast and lunch. Mix it in water with a little bit of lemon and pepper for better absorption. It tastes bitter, but it's absolutely worth it. And yeah, you get used to the taste as well. But yeah, you can also add it to sabzis and parathas or rice. Just remember to squeeze that lemon when you're eating it. The next big one is niacinamide or vitamin B3 serum.
But isn't niacinamide a chemical product? You just said to avoid chemicals?
Yes. But niacinamide is an exception for a very specific reason. It's a skin nutrient that doesn't strip your skin layers. It is not an exfoliant, it's not an acid, it's not a peel, it's not a bleaching agent. It just increases the production of ceramides, cholesterol and fatty acids in your skin, and these are the exact things that make your outer skin layer very, very strong. So instead of removing the layers, it builds and repairs them, making it perfect for long-term use. Now, this is the only commercial product I myself have been using for like years together. Just apply like 5%, a very small percentage of niacinamide serum daily after washing your face before bedtime. Then seal it with shea butter or jojoba oil on top of it. Both these are plant-based lipids that closely mimic what a healthy skin naturally produces on its own. And they will also nourish your skin without disrupting your skin microbiome. Very important, because they are not synthetically produced. Now, shea butter calms the inflammation and prevents moisture loss in this dry or very sensitive skin type. And jojoba oil balances oil without clogging your pores. So it's really good even for oily or acne-prone skin. Now, Minimalist has a 5% niacinamide serum, but again, always do a test patch on the neck because pigmented skin reactions are very different for different people. All links are in the description and none of them are sponsored. Okay, so I will address the most common type of pigmentation very soon. It's very, very effective solution for it as well. But before that, healthy, clear skin starts with clean blood because your skin reflects whatever circulates inside. When your blood carries toxins or oxidative waste, it shows up as dullness or acne or pigmentation. That's where MAHAMANJISHTADI KWATH helps. Now, it's an Ayurvedic herbal decoction with manjishta as the main ingredient, along with nimba, guduchi, bringharaj, sariva, triphala, and so many other herbs. Now, it's one of the best, most natural blood purifiers. It clears your toxins, it cools your body, especially when you have too much of heat in your body and acne and pigmentation. Because of that, this will really help. And it also helps with eczema, psoriasis, acne, and hyperpigmentation. Now, I always buy the Kottakkal one. You can find it easily online on Tata 1mg. You can take like 10 to 15 ml twice every day before your meals. And if it's in the form of tablets, then you can take 3 tablets twice daily on an empty stomach. But always check with an Ayurvedic doctor first for your correct, precise dosage and duration, especially if you have other health issues.
Okay, fine. But give me something to apply on my face also, no?
Okay, so let's address topical application. Now, the face pack that I suggest is not a common one that you're going to see all over the internet or books or whatever. It's a little different and may take a little bit of work, but it's absolutely worth it. Now, here's what makes it so special. Frankincense resin oil.
You mean frankincense essential oil, no?
No, it's not the same as frankincense essential oil. Now, the resin oil is made from the gum of the boswellia tree and it contains boswellic acids which directly block melanin production, exactly what your pigmentation needs. Now, the essential oil does not have these properties. So, make sure you buy the resin-based oil and not the essential oil. Frankincense resin works on the lines, these fine lines, spots, pigmentation. You know, I've even healed a very deep scar that had happened from a pot injury. A pot had fallen on my face, and in just 3 weeks using this resin oil, it had completely vanished. Like, it's like that potent. You can make the resin oil with resin yourself at home. I've shown this entire process in this video. Or if you want something a lot quicker, then this is excellent resin oil serum on Amazon. And no, this is not a sponsored product. This serum also includes black seed oil and castor oil, both fantastic for healing damaged and pigmented skin. So just mix the serum on or the oil with moringa seed oil, licorice powder, a pinch of turmeric, and a few drops of lemon juice or lemon essential oil, and a bit of tomato juice. You just grate the tomato and use the juice. Now, if you have seborrheic melanosis, like that pigmentation around the nose and the mouth, it's common in oilier skin types and mostly among South Indians. Just add sandalwood powder or multani mitti to kind of absorb all that excess oil. That's for oily skin. Now, if you have dry skin, just increase the oil content and skip the multani mitti. Just use only the mulethi powder and the rest of the ingredients. So, mix the quantity of ingredients as per your skin type and apply once a day. Leave it until it dries and rinse it off very gently by pat drying it. Do this daily. It's gentle, but it's very, very transformative.
But your face pack doesn't even have alum. Everybody is recommending alum for pigmentation.
Okay, alum is not good for pigmentation. It works after shaving because it's a strong astringent. It tightens the skin, it closes those tiny cuts, and it stops the bleeding from happening. But pigmentation isn't on the surface. It's not a surface problem. It comes from inflammation and excess melanin much deeper in the skin. And alum is also very acidic and very drying. So on pigmented or sensitive skin, it can actually irritate the skin and cause post-inflammatory pigmentation, making dark patches worse over time. Also, there is absolutely no scientific proof that alum reduces pigmentation. It's best to avoid any experimentation on sensitive pigmented skin. Now, if your pigmentation is genetic, like the ones under the eyes that extend till the cheeks like in a V or a W, they are more like moles and they're more permanent because they're genetic. And also pigmentation caused by age will not improve because aging is a very natural process. But one thing is that all these solutions will work when nutrition and sleep is proper. All the obvious things need to be taken care of, and then along with that, if you follow just even 4 or 5 of these, then your pigmentation will vanish like it was never there. How long it takes to fade will of course differ from person to person. Just be consistent and patient. Okay, try these and let me know the results. Also do share it with your family or friends who's having similar issue. We'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.